So welcome back all you retro bikers, welcome back to the channel, and today first of all I'm going to say thank you to all the new subscribers, and all the comments are great, and it's only a bit of fun, this channel, and it's just about memories, just remember that. And today's video is going to be on great memories of the crazy Kawasaki's of the 1970s and the 1980s. Now I'm sure a lot of people watching this video would have had a few of these, and you might not agree with my 10 that I've chosen, just over 10 actually, but you're welcome to comment below. And again, please carry on supporting the channel, subscribing, liking the video and sharing, and I'll keep on making these videos. Big thanks. So to be clear, some of the bikes will be marked up KZs, and that's an American term for the 70s bikes, but in the United Kingdom we call them Zs. So my first choice is a crazy two-stroke from '88. So I'm not going in year order, and it's the KR-1, and the other model was the KR-1S, and by far the easiest to tune of all the two-strokes of the time, and importantly the fastest. They were the fastest two-strokes of the era. Absolutely crazy bike, and certainly very collectible now. So that's my first choice. So these are the bikes. I'm not one, but I'm putting them all in here, the triples. A lot of people will be watching the video, see if I've got any footage of them, and I have. So I've got the 250, the 350s, the 400s, the 500s and the 750. And I think that's them all. And how mad are these? And this is what the video is probably all about, is these. Because these were mad. Great sound, great colours, great speed, great acceleration. All this on a two-stroke. And all with no brakes. So are you going to put me right on that? And but I'm just jealous because I can't afford one. But what great bikes they are, and please, I appreciate your comments below. Well, I found these when I was making this video, a couple of Z900s at my local dealer, and I'm very grateful for the people to let me film them. Obviously it's a custom one and it's an import. But what can I say? Z900, 4-cylinder, strong engine, great chassis, possibly the first superbike of the 70s, if you exclude the Honda 750. So there's a bit of a debate there. But nevertheless, these bikes are bulletproof really, and definitely a mad Kawasaki. So what we're looking at here then, this is a ZX or ZX-10 Tomcat, and it back in 1988, it was the fastest production road bike you could buy, featuring 165 miles per hour. So it's pretty quick, even by today's standards. It features an aluminium perimeter frame, which shortened the distance between the swinging arm and the steering head. So pretty advanced. So I think this one deserves to be on the list. So growing up in the 70s at school, we read a lot of motorcycle magazines, and that was the only real way we got our information back then. And we came across the Z1300, the Kawasaki with 6-cylinder, straight 6. Amazing really. And I don't know a lot about them even to this day. I know they were water cooled and shaft driven, and I like the look of them back then, and I like the look of them today. And obviously I seen one the other day when I was doing the filming for this video. But they're quite rare, I think, and I've never ever met anybody that said they've owned one. So it'd be very interesting in the comments below if you tell me what they're like. But as for just sheer craziness in the time period, this has got to be on the list. It's just an awesome bike. Well, I've put two bikes together because they're very similar, like Big Brother and Little Brother, and it's the GPZ 550 from the 81 to 85. And the 550 had an amazing speed back then, 120 miles an hour. Great performance, and you could do a lot with these bikes. You could tune them up well. And of course you can do the same with its bigger brother, the GPZ 1100. And this was Kawasaki's first 1100s, the B1. I think they look a great bike and very distinctive, and a bit crazy really, I suppose, for back then, but definitely worth putting on my list. So it's the Icon, the film star bike. And I've been wondering recently if the values have been going up because of obviously all the new film and everything. And if you've got one of the new Kawasaki's, you probably want one of these as well. And this one, as far as I know, is very similar to the bike in the film. And I learned reading a lot more about it because I forgot. It was the first Ninja from 1984. And many consider the bike as the design was the predecessor of the modern sports bike, which is incredible, really, accolade, really. And if you've got one or had one, I'd be very interested to let me know all about them. And if you've got one and the value is going up, good luck to you. But definitely one for the list. Well, a top 10, it couldn't be without this bike. It's the 750 Turbo from 83. And they made it for a couple of years, and for whatever reason, like all the big four did, stopped making them. I suppose they were quite hard to work on and get the mechanics training, I should imagine. But nevertheless, it was comparable to a GPZ900, and it had more BHP than the 6-cylinder CBX. It's extraordinary, really. In a way, it's sad that they don't. I think they've actually experimented it again today, but I wouldn't know about modern bikes. But nevertheless, I couldn't not include this bike in the list. It's so crazy, and especially in the early 80s. So my choice, it's going to be the Z1000, and not particularly all of them, but certain ones. And I love this one here from the late 70s, this reddish coloured one. Just looks so nice, just a nice bike. And then going into the 80s, I love this one as well, this race replica. I just think they're just a great all-round bike, great performance. And finally this is the one, this is my pick, and it's the Z1R. They look so distinctive, and the paint, the design, they look great. I know they made a Z1 before it, and the performance is very similar, which is very good, by the way. But this is my pick, and please comment below what you think of my choice. So that's my top 10. Please comment below if I've missed any off in your opinion. I've got 4 bikes here which I just like from the era, for different reasons really. The AR80, great power to weight ratio and a great fun bike. And another learner was the AR125, just a quality bike, and it's just very desirable if you're 17. And then finally you've got the Z650 and the Z750, and they're just great Kawasaki icons. So please like, share and subscribe to the channel.